my favorite games of 2024. Pay no mind to the t-shirt, but also pay attention to the t-shirt because it's really cool, and it was a Christmas gift from my friend. It's Clive from Final Fantasy 16. I just got done streaming on Twitch my top game of the year list because I thought it'd be fun, and I just wanted to shout into the void about the things that I liked this year. And then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it on TikTok too. Couldn't figure out how to do a fun graphic on TikTok, but we're just gonna do a video instead, and we're gonna run through my top 10 games. These are games that I beat in 2024. They didn't necessarily release in 2024, but at number 10 we have Neva. Number 9 we have The Walking Dead Telltale. Number 8, it was Celeste. Number 7, I had Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And number 6, I had Before Your Eyes. I know Rebirth seems really low, but you have to remember this was out of a list of like 21 games that I've officially beat this year. And like all of these games are good in their own ways, so like to try to rank them in a top 10, that's just kind of how it fell. And when you see the other games in my top 5, I think it might make sense how Rebirth ended up at 7. For my top 5, I had Final Fantasy VII Remake at number 5. This was the first game I played and beat in 2024. I actually started it at like the very end of December last year, but I beat it in 2024, which is why it's on my list. It was my first Final Fantasy game ever. It was my first time playing Final Fantasy VII. I didn't play the OG. I jumped right in at Remake, and I thought it was a great decision, a great time, and it kind of spurred this year of like me playing through all of these JRPGs that I haven't touched before, but it's at number 5, and that's also including the DLC in there. I played the Intermission DLC. Game number 4 on my list is Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty DLC / the 2.0 update. Kind of cheating to have it here, but it's my list and I want it here, so that's where it's gonna go. Cyberpunk 2077 is actually one of my favorite games of all time, and I wanted to go back to do like another playthrough and never got to it. And then Phantom Liberty came out in the 2.0 update, and I was like, now is as good a time as any because there's a lot of new content, things have changed, and obviously I have this whole entire DLC to play. It was amazing. It added a lot besides the new location and characters, but it added new endings for V, and while heartbreaking, it was amazing. So top game, top experience, I don't know, but it belongs here at number 4 for me. And now for the top 3. At number 3, I have Astrobot. Astrobot was my game of the year until I played another game, which may or may not be coming after this. It was fantastic and is honestly a near perfect experience. I really don't have many notes, if any at all, about Astrobot. It was fucking fantastic from beginning to end. It is so much fun. If you haven't played this game and you have a PlayStation 5, you absolutely need to. I wanted a full-length game from this team after they did Astro's Playroom, and they gave it to me, and it was exactly what I wanted. I really think that if they make another game, they have something that they could be building on here. People call it a glorified PlayStation commercial, and I say, I don't give a fuck, because it's fun as fuck, and I love PlayStation. So it's a fun PlayStation time. I'm never gonna have anything negative to say about that. I loved it. It's number 3. It was almost my game of the year for 2024. But it's just not how it shook out. At number 2, I have my game of the year of 2024, Metaphor ReFantazio. This game, before 2024 started, I would have never said I'm a JRPG person, but after this year's ended, I've played quite a few of them now. Obviously, I have many more to go, but I've been in there. My full list of every game I played is on my Twitter, Ellison_712. My pinned tweet has every single game I played. There's like 23 games. But I played a lot of JRPGs this year. Metaphor ReFantazio was something I'd never expected to be on my list. I never expected it to be something I played. Anything. The demo came out and I was like, alright, like, what the fuck is this about? I've tried Persona 5 twice, fell off both times. Don't know why. It's not necessarily a bad game. It just didn't hook me enough to like make me want to go, yeah, I'm gonna ignore everything else and play this for the next 100 hours. I fell off twice. I've given it a shot. Maybe I'll go back one day. Metaphor, I played the demo. That thing's like 6 hours long. If you aren't sure if you're gonna like it, play the demo because the progress carries over and it's a really good chunk of game to know if you're gonna like it or not. It hooked me instantly. I'm talking instantly. You're with the demo for so long that you already get a good sense of what the story's gonna be, so you meet some of the characters, and it just hooks you from the very start. The message of this game, the story, the writing, the characters, all so fucking good. I beat it like last week, I had like 88 hours in the game. I played on easy. Say what you want about that. I don't care. It was a great time. Game of the year for new games for me in 2024, and I think everyone should at least give the demo a shot. And then number 1 was Final Fantasy 16. And I honestly didn't wear the shirt because of that, but I got this as a Christmas gift, and it just so happened to be video game themed. And also, my game of the year overall for 2024 was Final Fantasy 16, which if you haven't played it, Clive, which is the man all over my shirt, is the main protagonist of this game. I, again, have never been more bamboozled. After playing Final Fantasy 7 in those games, I was like, oh, okay, so, like, I understand what modern Final Fantasy could be. Let me check out Final Fantasy 16, because I like high fantasy, that type of stuff, and I, like, had seen some stuff about 16 and knew that that setting was a little bit different. When I tell you this game changed my life, I'm being dramatic, but it kind of did. It was so fucking good. I would more so call it an action-adventure game than I would a JRPG, just, like, based on the other ones that I played, like Kingdom Hearts and stuff this year. But as, like, an action-adventure game, it is so damn good. I felt so powerful as the main character. Like, I felt OP, but in a fun way. Like, I wasn't like, oh, this is so easy. Like, no, like, it was so much fun to me from beginning to end. The 2 DLCs I played as well, they both, like, added on such unique things in their own ways that really added on to the overall experience. But, like, even without the DLCs, this game would easily still have been the best game I played this year and the most fun I played this year. It's honestly probably in my top game, like, overall of all time list, somewhere probably in the top 5. And I honestly could see it in my top 3. I'd have to take a look at my list and see where, like, what else I have on there, but I really liked it. I had a really, really good time with it. I'm gonna platinum it next year. I did everything. I got all the trophies except for the last one, which is replay the game on the hardest difficulty. I couldn't recommend this game more enough. If you like action-adventure games, you need to play this game. Ignore the name. I think a lot of people get caught up in the fact it's supposed to be Final Fantasy 16. Some people don't like that because they're diehard Final Fantasy fans. Some people stay away from the game because it's Final Fantasy and they don't want turn-based or whatever the reason may be. Give this game a shot. It is so fantastic. It is so much fun. Everything is just perfect. But that is my list of games for 2024. My top 10. I played more games than that, but let me know what you think, and let me know your favorite game of the year.